Hello, good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Day 11. Day 11. Oh, yeah. We're ready for day 11 on our 21-day reset. Let's go, everybody. Let's go now. Let's go now. I have something so weird happening with my screen that I have no idea what is going on with this at all. It's the weirdest thing. I've never had problems with my screen in this way, but we'll just keep moving along. Like there's always another way. There's never one way. There's always another way. So I'm just going to move through knowing that I have the solution to the problem because it's only momentarily here because I'm able and capable of finding the solutions. Absolutely. We're working through it. I hope you had a great day. Just waiting for everybody to jump on with me. And it's going to be awesome. I'm really, really excited about tonight's lesson, everyone. So let me know when you have jumped on so that I can get you engaging with me on this screen. We're going to be talking about my favorite topic. My favorite topic. And it is a lesson taken out from Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. How many of you have read the book Think and Grow Rich? It is one of the best personal development books that you could ever read besides the Bible. The Bible and Think and Grow Rich personal development guide, hand in hand, are absolutely phenomenal. And many of you who've been around a long time in the sales industry have probably gone through Think and Grow Rich at least once. Because if you're an entrepreneur, and especially in sales, a lot of big companies will have their employees go through this book or do a study on this book because it is so, it really is transformational in your mindset, in your belief. And I actually went through this study a few years ago. My mentor has us do this study, I don't know, at least once a year. And so myself, I've committed to ever since he taught us Think and Grow Rich. I myself go through this study. Hey, good evening. Once a year. And so the 21-day reset is going to have threaded assignments, threaded lessons from Think and Grow Rich because it has really impacted me greatly when it comes to my mindset and my personal development growth. So tonight's lesson, it's going to be a little bit of a different pace from what we have done in the past, this past week. Hey, good evening. Hello, welcome. Woo! my screens are doing really weird things. So it got me set in a really weird space tonight, but it's not stopping me. It's just kind of like thrown me a little bit. So I'll have to edit the beginning of the beginning of this video because I've been trying to sort through my screens here, which has kind of been distracting for me. So I apologize that I didn't come on with the same momentum and energy because I was trying to work this out, but I think I got it. I think I got it here, ladies. My screens are on the wrong thing, but it's okay. Okay, so welcome everyone. I'm so glad you're here. I'm honored that you're here. Greatly honored that you're here with me tonight. If you're here for the very first time, you're right on time, and we definitely welcome you. Last night we talked a little bit about our nighttime routine. And so I have been actually really curious today, and I want to hear from you. Did you do something different last night? What did you? I'm not going to say did you. What did you? Because I have faith that you actually are very invested in this program and are doing things to make changes to see your transformation over the next over the 20-day period, 21-day period. So tell me, friends, what did you do differently last night, and what was it the result of for your morning or for your day? Was there something different that happened? Let me know. Let me know, because I believe that you did. You made a change last night, right? And what was it? You didn't eat past 9 o'clock. Woo! Good job. You didn't eat past 9 o'clock p.m. or a.m. Can you clarify that for me? You didn't eat past 9 o'clock last night? p.m. Oh, okay. So good. Not past 9 o'clock. So can you make it to not eat past 8 o'clock? Can we try that? It's now 8 o'clock. So can you make a commitment to not eat past this show? Come on. I need you to make a commitment. Hey, another one said shorter screen time. Woke up less often during the night. Wow, come on. These are baby steps, and they're great steps. Amazing. I'm not going to take these things lightly. I'm going to take that these are steps forward. Congratulations. Let's go. Can you do it? Can we take another step tonight? Are we willing to take another step of transformation, of movement tonight again? Can we commit ourselves to getting great night sleeps? Yes or no? Yes or no? Say, I'm committed. Yes, you're committed. I know you're committed. I know you're here with me. That's why you keep showing up. Yes. Okay. So one is not going to eat past 8 o'clock tonight. And another one is what? You're going to have shorter screen time. So are you going to have could you do one step further for me and have a cutoff date, a cutoff time for your screen time? Could you do that? Could you set a cutoff screen time? Make that commitment for yourself? Would you be willing? Yes. Okay. So give me a time. Give me a time. We are now into accountability of the 21-day reset. So I'm going to be a little bit more direct with you about asking questions, because I want you to build that confidence. This is your identity. 11 o'clock? Okay. So that's going to be your cutoff screen time is 11 o'clock. What time do you need to wake up in the morning? What time do you need to wake up in the morning for that to happen? Because if you 7:30, okay, so you don't get up too early. So if you have your screen time, okay, so I'm going to ask you this question. If you are stopping your screen time at 11 o'clock, what time do you need to be asleep by? Because remember, the blue light, the screen time, is actually telling your body and your brain that it's daytime, that it's not time to go to sleep. So what time do you need to go to sleep by? You need to go get up at 7:30, and you're going to stop screen time at 11. I know, but my brain is too active. Okay, that's what we're working on. You're going to just trust me. Will you trust me? Will you trust me? Will you trust me? Trust me. Will you trust me? Will you trust me? Will you trust me? Trust me. I love this topic tonight. It's going to be so good. Woo! So good. Okay, I love it. Okay, I'm going to ask the question. question maybe a little bit in towards the end of the lesson as we go a little deeper. Let's go deeper. Oh yeah, let's go deeper, friends. Are we ready to go deeper? Say, let's go deeper. With your feet on the ground and your hand over your heart and your eyes closed. And a deep breath in, filling up your belly. Let's do it, friends. Let's do a great big breath in and a good hard blow out. And as you blow out, I want you to go deeper, okay? So let's fill that belly. Deeper. Woo! Try that again. Let's take a deep breath in. Filling up that belly. Breathe out, going deeper. Wow. That was a good one. That was a good breath. Okay, so tonight's topic is on faith. Oh yeah. You ready for this one? This one's on faith. And it may not be the type of faith that you think that I'm going to talk about. Because it is from Think and Grow Rich. Faith isn't just a spiritual word. When we think about faith, we apply it as our spiritual worth, our spiritual value, putting faith in God. And faith in God is absolutely the very important thing that we must learn to live our lives by. But tonight, I want to say that faith isn't just a spiritual word. It's a force. It is a force of your life. And whether you realize it or not, friends, you're using it every single day. You're using this force within you to drive yourself in a direction. And I've implied it a few times, but I just haven't put the word faith to it. But tonight I'm applying our lessons and our teachings to the word faith. And I want it to weigh on you heavily, this message. Because we've been doing a lot this past week and a half. We've been doing a lot this past week and a half. We've been motivating, we've been anchoring, we've been shifting patterns and ideas and beliefs. But I want to ask you this question. Do you have what you want? Do you have what you want in life? Do you? Do you have what you want in life? If you don't have, nope. That's right. It's pretty easy to answer, right? So, if you don't have what you want, it's not because you don't have faith. If you don't have what you want, it's not because you don't have faith. It's because your faith is invested in somewhere else. Huh? What do you mean by that? Huh? I can just feel you saying, huh? What do you mean by that? Well, faith is not a passive belief. It's not a faith. It's a force. Again, it's a force. It's not a passive belief. It's a state of mind. It's a repeated, emotionalized thought. Something that goes over and over and over again. It's your state of mind. It's a decision to accept something as true before you see it. That is the definition of faith, right? Faith is the substance of things you see even before they happen. That is it. And it's a decision that you accept. You accept something as true even before you see it. In Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill says, faith is a state of mind which you may develop at will. May is a big word. You may develop at will. Faith, so that means that faith is trainable. It's something that is created, it's built up. It's faith is not mystical, it's not random, and it's not luck. That's not faith. Faith is trainable. It's an accepted idea. It's an accepted belief. And when a thought is mixed with emotion and faith, believing for things to happen, believing that they're going to come, it begins to move toward your physical reality. I mean, if you do not have a faith or a belief in the acceptance that it's going to become reality, then there is no accepted belief. And then there is no movement towards physical reality. Do you get this? We have used faith so loosely and so lightly when we're not really believing at all. So let me break this down for you. Repeated thought, emotional charge, repeated thought, emotional charge. Whatever this thought is going on and on and on and on, there's an emotional charge taking place to your subconscious mind. And because there's a repeated thought and there's always an emotional charge, there's always an emotional, because you're always creating. You're always creating, whether you're intentionally doing it or you're subconsciously doing it, you're creating. So we're talking about faith being a force. And when it's mixed with emotion and faith, it moves towards a physical reality. Right? So this repeated thought, this emotional charge that is going to be there positively or negatively in your subconscious, you are accepting something. And then it's going to turn into a physical expression. It has to. It has to. I read state of mind or a mindset. It's a state of mind. Yeah, it's both. It's a mindset and it's a state of mind. They are the same. And then he said, belief, it's going to come. If going to, then it will ever arrive. This is where I get stuck. Okay, that's right. You're losing faith, and then confusion happens, right? This is why this lesson is so important. So here's my question to you. Here's my question to you, friends. What repeated thoughts are you having? Again, faith is not mystical. It's not random. It's not luck. It's trainable. And when thought is mixed with emotion and faith, it begins to move towards physical reality. So you're saying you have a belief that it's going to come. If going to, then it will, and then you get stuck where it will ever arrive. So you have the faith that it's going to come, but then you get stuck in the face of if it's ever going to arrive. And I get that. It's hard to keep faith for a long period of time because a lot of times it's in the hands of God, right? And it's in the hands of other things coming into place. And then you say, well, is it ever going to come? But we have to understand that everything takes time to develop, right? Everything takes time to grow. Everything takes time to process. And that is where we get stuck. But that's where faith is that force and belief that it's going to happen when you mix that desire with emotion and you put it on repeat over and over again, believing that it's going to take place. But we have to question these things again. What repeated thoughts are you having over and over again? What, and I want you to think about that because this is uncomfortable. If you do not have what you want, you have faith in what you do not want. Oh, ouch. Ow, that hurt. Ow, ow, ow. Mercy, mercy. What repeated thoughts are you having? Yeah, the uncomfortable truth. If you do not have what you want, you have faith in what you do not want. And I had this conversation, and it was kind of like a joking conversation that I had today with a realtor. They're new. They haven't had their first transaction yet, but they got their first buyer. And I'm going to use the pronoun they just because it's a conversation that I just freshly had. So I don't want anyone to even think about that I'm talking about them or their story or any connection of it. But, you know, I was talking to them, and their first buyer is not what they wanted, for the first buy. When they thought about selling homes, they didn't want to sell a condo, and they didn't want to sell in Toronto. And do you know what their first client is? Do you know what their first buyer client is? And they're grateful for it. That's why we kind of laughed at it. But they said, before I got my license, and over again, I kept saying, I don't want to be selling condos, and I don't want to be selling condos in Toronto. And their first buyer client is a buyer in Toronto. We kind of laughed at it. And he's like, oh, huh. Isn't that interesting? That's a mindset, right? Yeah, it is. It's actually the faith that they were feeding into right there. And we laughed about it, but this is exactly what I'm talking about. Saying over and over again what they don't want. Well, I don't want. And it's easy for us to say, it's easier for us to say what we don't want than what we do want. Isn't it? If I was to ask you what it is that you want, you would quickly go into that state, into that motion of telling me what you don't want. Well, I'll tell you what I don't want, because we're more willing to express what we don't want than what we do want. And so when we're talking about this area of faith and holding faith and keeping faith, how can we do that when we can't freely say what we want? But we so easily say what we don't want. How does that even make sense? Right? Friends, you're not powerless. I'm not powerless. You're just aligned possibly, and it's possibly, maybe not, but you may possibly be aligned with the wrong outcome. Are you aligned with the wrong outcome? Here we go. We're gonna do some digging deeper here, friends. Focusing on the wrong thing. Exactly. And we don't even realize we're doing it. So when my friend said, it's exactly what I didn't want, but caught themselves in saying, but that's what I kept saying over and over again, that I didn't want to be doing this and I didn't want to be doing that there. And that's exactly what they got. So was his faith working? Was it working? Yes or no? Was his faith working? Yes or no? Was it at work? Yes, exactly. It is exactly it. Really? Yes, it was working. It was working because he repeated it over and over again. He didn't have faith for the outcome that he wanted. He had faith for the outcome that he didn't want. So therefore, he got exactly what he said. Exactly. We've all been there, and we're there and we don't even realize it. But that's why this is awareness. This is an awareness program. This reset, this activation, there has to be an awareness of what it is that we're doing, how we're believing, how we're moving in order to get a different outcome. Because if we do not get this awareness, we don't get this understanding, then how can we ever change anything? Because if we are the co-creators, if we are the designers, right, of the way that we're driving our life, if we don't make ourselves aware with this, how can we ever change anything? It's so powerful, right? It's so powerful. Okay, so let's have an exercise, shall we? I'm just going to invite you to close your eyes. And again, this is a live online teaching. or I can't see your face, so I can't see if you're closing your eyes or opening your eyes, but I just invite you to be comfortable where you are alone and close your eyes for a moment. What does your what with your eyes closed, what does your arrival point feel like? What does your arrival point feel like? So when you have gotten what it is that you're believing for, that you have faith for, that you desire in your life, what does it look like? Not what it looks like, not what it pays like, not what it posts like, but what does the arrival point feel like? With your eyes closed, what does your arrival point feel like? It's not what it looks like, it's not what it pays, it's not what it posts. It's what does it feel like? Is it confident? Is it certain? Is it calm? Is it magnetic? Is it clear? Peace, freedom. Oh, yeah, that feels good, right? That feels good. Joyful. Oh, amen. Yes, so good. Okay, so how is that different from your departure point of where you are now? How does it feel different from your departure point? The gap between those two states. It's not time, it's faith. So, how the gap between where you are now and where your arrival point is of feeling peace, freedom, and joyful, that gap is filled with faith. Wow. So you were able to feel that arrival point. Wow. Look at that. I am feeling your arrival points right now of peace, freedom, joyful. You were allowing yourself to feel that. You were welcoming those emotions. You were welcoming those feelings. You were accepting them that they were yours to have. And you know what, friends? I'm a woman of faith. And so I just want to pour faith on you right now because God says he withholds no good thing from your life. In fact, it's his joy to give it to you. It's his joy. He wants you to feel those things. He really, really does. And so you just seeing yourself at that arrival place and allowing yourself to accept that they are yours, that the peace and the freedom and the joy is yours. You were feeling that. So where you are right now is different to there. It's applying faith, knowing that God holds no good thing from your life. It's his joy to give them to you. It's his joy. You already have them. In fact, you already have them. They're already yours to have. So what is one thing you could do right now in this moment, that aligns you with your arrival state? What is the one thing that you can do right now that aligns you with your arrival state? Because faith grows through action. From here to your arrival point, that gap there is faith. And faith grows through action. Faith without works is dead. Faith without works is dead. Can you see it here now? Oh my goodness, this is so powerful. It's so good. I'm loving this. I love this lesson. Faith is not waiting. Faith is not hoping. Faith is not journaling alone. Action builds evidence. Evidence builds belief. Belief strengthens faith. Let me say that again. Action builds evidence. Evidence builds belief. And belief strengthens faith. But we have to do something here to really activate this faith. Yeah, this is a slower lesson, but it's so beautiful. It really is beautiful because it's about being willing to receive. But first, before we receive, we have to be willing to let go. Ooh. Can you type in the chat, let go? Let go. Be willing to let go. Are you willing to let go? Faith requires releasing old agreements, old habits. Yeah, I know. Old identity attachments, old stories. I know it's ouch. It is hard. It does. Are you willing and you have and you know, I can't do this for you. You have to do it for yourself. This letting go, this releasing part so that faith can be welcomed. So, releasing old agreements, old habits, old identity attachments, and old stories. You cannot hold doubt tightly and expect faith to grow. Yeah, I'm proud of you. You're prepared to drop your luggage. Okay, so literally drop it. I want you to picture your luggage in your hand and you letting go. And I want you to hear the luggage hit the floor. Like literally those bags, the things, those old stories, those old habits, those old beliefs, those old identities. I just want you to just drop them down. Punk. Let them hit the ground. You can't hold this doubt and expect faith to grow. You cannot hold doubt and expect to receive anything because your hands are full with that luggage, with the baggage that you're holding on to. Because when we hold on to stuff, our hands are clenched on tight. But when we release, we're ready to receive. Like that's when I pray, I like open up my hands. Like, thank you, Lord, that you withhold no good thing from my life. Thank you, Lord, that it is your good pleasure to give to me because I am your daughter. I just receive in faith. And so this is it, right? This is when it becomes spiritual, and everything is spiritual. So I receive fully in faith. I believe in faith that you withhold no good thing from my life. So I can move in action. I can move towards an outcome that I'm desiring, that I'm going after, that I'm creating, that I'm believing for, that I can go after it because I'm not going to hold on to the past. Grab a pen and paper, and I want you to write this. And I like you to write it. When you see it, you don't necessarily remember it, but when you write it, you see it, you remember it. I choose to place my faith. I choose to place my faith in blank. You fill in the blank. I choose to place my faith in blank. Then I release my faith from the negative. Okay. So your outcome, what you're believing for, that's what you're going to put your faith in. That's what you're going to put your faith towards. Okay. You can say, I put my faith in God, but you have to do the activation. You have to do this. This is a you and you game. This really takes that you believe in the skills, that you believe in your potential. You believe that you have, the value and the worth and the get-go. You have the faith in you that you're going to go after it. Have faith in you. When people say people use God as a crutch, that's true. They do. And we're not going to do that. Because everything's already been given to you. So you have to have the faith to go after it, to receive it, to believe for it. This is yours. This is your faith. So I choose to put my faith in something. What? Then I release my faith from the negative that I'm not going to have, that I'm not valuable for, that I'm not, whatever it may be. I release my faith. That story that you're saying over and over again, that holds that, the stuff that's holding all that the luggage is holding, I release my faith from. And this exercise alone is powerful. That you can use this when you have a negative thought, or you recognize you have an awareness of something that you're believing, that you're like actually putting the wrong direction. Your faith is in the wrong direction because you stand in the direction of your faith. So if you are going to believe for something, if you're going to desire for something, if you're going to want for something, make sure you're looking in the right direction. I choose my faith, I choose to place my faith in what? I choose to place my faith in knowing that I'm transforming lives. I choose to place my faith in giving hope to the people that I'm serving. I choose to place my faith in lifting burdens for other people. I choose to place my faith in knowing that I have solutions. I choose to place my faith, whatever it may be. I choose to place my faith in that the care that I give is bringing compassion. I choose to place my faith that every work and action that I do towards growing my business is coming. The growth of my business is coming. I choose to place my faith that I am growing in my business. I'm growing my skills. I'm growing in my income. I choose to place my faith that all my bills are paid. All my bills are being paid this month. All my bills are being paid in 6 months. I'm applying my faith right now. That's where you want to put your faith. Not, how am I going to pay my bills? How is this money? No, that's applying your faith in the wrong direction. You don't have because you're not asking for. I'm putting my faith towards making $20,000 this month. I'm placing my faith in that. I don't know. Go for it. Apply it in the direction of where you want to go. This is not a cute affirmation. This is a contract with your future self. Amazing! Congratulations! Woo! Yes. Yes. It's dropped. I feel it. It's dropped. This is a contract with your future self. You see that person standing there full of joy, happiness, peace? Come on. It's yours. It's already yours to have. So apply your faith to it and sign it. These sheets that you're filling out, are you staying committed to yourself by filling them out or journaling something? Are you filling it out? Are you committing to your faith every day? Writing it down. I'm committing today 2 actions today. What have I committed to? What am I doing? I'm applying my faith by writing it down. By 21 days, I apply my faith. I'm going to have 21 sheets, 21 days filled out where I've taken action, where I've committed to 2 actions and I fulfilled it. I'm committing to faith that I'm building my identity. I'm building my confidence and having grace and forgiveness for myself when something gets by. But at least you're writing it down and you're committing to do that. Can you start there? Can you start there tonight? And it has to be emotional. It has to have emotional energy to it. Your faith has to be all of you. And you're having a hard time with this, I know. But emotionalize it. Believe it. Call it forward. Call it forward as if it already is, because it is already is. It's yours to have. It's there. If you can see it, feel it, understand it, it's yours. It's not woohoo stuff. It's yours. It's yours. Okay, friends. So for the nighttime routine, because this is all part of it that we talked last night, in believing for a better night's rest and taking action to it. Our night routine is so important. So I start with going upstairs and washing my face and washing off the day. Washing off the day. I shared my scrubber with you, that you apply your cleanser. So that's going to be the very first thing that you do. And going into your bedroom, that you're going to wash off the face. And as you wash off your face, as you wash off the day, and when you apply the cleanser, you apply the scrub, you're not only exercising the muscles that need to be exercised, but you're also, you're taking off any residue, anything that is heavy, anything that was put on you, any doubt, any fear. Maybe you had a conflict with your kids, or maybe you had a conflict with your partner, maybe you had a conflict with your pet. I don't know, your neighbor or client or whatever it may be. You're just going to wash your face, cleanse your face, allow that vibration to settle in and do some work. Let it not just be a face washing time. I want it to be a day cleansing time. To take time to really reflect on that day, and are you going to just release it? All that negative stuff, as you turn on the tap, I just release it. The things that are in my control and the things that aren't in my control, I'm just going to release it all. That's step one of applying faith to action. A part of your nighttime ritual. I'm going to build your nighttime ritual with you, because I believe that good night's sleep and rest is divine. It's a divine order of God, and that's, he wants that for you. But it's us aligning ourselves to the promise, aligning ourselves to faith, aligning ourselves to the belief of our outcome. And it requires your action. Wow. How is that for a lesson? How is that for a lesson for you to go to bed tonight? Take that step and wash your face and wash off the day, being released of the luggage and applying a new faith. Right? It is awesome. I can't wait to go wash my face. I'm going to actually go do that right now, even though it's early. Felt so good. Okay, friends, I love you. I love you so much. I believe in you. And I have faith that you're going to get the outcome that you desire by just staying committed, staying the course, doing what's necessary. I love you too. Big hugs. Feel my love for you. Woo! See you again tomorrow, day friends. Good night. Be blessed. Be happy. Be fulfilled. May God bless you. May he keep you and cause his face to shine upon you, keeping you in perfect peace. Good night. Good night.